Um, so I just got home around 11 and I started to feel very restless and bored. And whenever I'm bored, I know like the Lord just has food for my spirit, for my heart, for my soul. And so it was around 12ish that the Lord was telling me, "Hey, you need to go out, like go to Pasadena. There's someone you need to meet." So I got an Uber driver that used to be religious and then became spiritual. So I just got on the ride and we talked and we got to Pasadena and I was like, okay, there's more that needs to be said. And so like we talked more and I basically told him like how I felt and all this stuff. And hello. And I just felt like there was something inside of me that was like needed to be expressed. I could basically feel like a lost sheep is nearby, if I'm in a crowd of people, like I can actually sense them and be like, okay, I need to talk to this person. And so thanks for the hearts. And so the Lord was basically speaking to me like, okay, you need to go out. Like there's food, there's nourishment out there, there's community like. And so I got this driver and so we got to Pasadena and I was like, he was like, "Well, I need to drop you off because I have another ride and I get like a bonus or something." And so I basically changed the address to go back home. And so we just talked more and um I am a little cold, I guess. No, cuz I was just outside. Um yeah, I look cold, huh? I guess I'll take one layer off. And so I met up with someone today, like he was just talking about this fear of attachment. Many of us have this fear of attachment. And yeah, I for one like I've experienced a lot of fear of attachment because of not growing up with my dad. And I met someone who like he didn't really grow up with his parents either. And so his there's always this fear of abandonment, right? This fear of detachment, getting close to someone and then they don't want to talk to you anymore. That happens. It's a ghosting world. So anyways, I just thought that was a really cool divine appointment and that I was able to meet someone today that it was actually his first day on the dating app, but it was someone that I needed to meet. And I was able to just talk about how I felt and cry and just like kind of emote. And it was this fear of getting hurt. Many of us, we've been in bad relationships and we're scared to get hurt, or we're even scared to get hurt by friends. I've been hurt by friends so much, and people I thought were going to be best friends with me forever, and like they weren't. And what I realized is that every single day you get to choose if you want to have an open heart. Germ. What is germ? You get to choose like if you want to communicate how you feel to people. You get to choose if you want to let people into your heart. It's an everyday exercise. Your heart isn't going to just naturally open up. Like you have to open up to people. You have to reach out. You have to connect. um and we kind of live in a world where people are very afraid to connect. And so um yeah, I think I felt very affirmed by this driver as he was telling me that I have a gift. Well, he was telling me, like, I believe as you continue to follow the spirit, you will meet your soulmate. And I said, yes, I know this. And he's like, but I don't want to discourage you. You might not. And I was like, actually, God has already told me. And I said, whether God speaks to you or not, if you accept and embrace your desire, you will receive what you want. As you face the fears of rejection, judgment, and failure, as you walk forward, as you keep moving, every day you have to keep moving. You do not have time to waste and sit in a pit of despair, every single day you've got to claim the promises of God. You believe and you will receive. You believe and you act and you'll receive. Like, it's not. I just want to share with you one thing that I've started to do is when I see something I like, I affirm it. When I see, say, someone who's cute, I tell them. When I see a celebrity I admire, I message them. Right? I don't sit there silently anymore. I claim what I want. I agree with what I feel. I say how I feel. And I become authentic to myself. That there's no inch of lies anymore. That I am authentically myself. That I'm speaking the truth at all times. What is my truth? What do I believe about myself? Do I believe that I'm worthy of love? Do I believe my husband is coming? If you say stuff like men are evil or, I'm never going to meet my soulmate, you're never going to meet your soulmate. You have to speak your truth into existence. You have to, it's like, does God speak lies? No, God does not lie. So, what is your truth? The truth in your heart. As you continue to speak more and more truth, the more you're able to align with your purpose and your destiny. Right? Like, I'm 33 years old, okay? I want to say that when I was like younger, like, I was a people pleaser. I hung out with people that I didn't really like. I went to parties and just kind of like was okay with people's behavior. Like, I was like, well, I'm trying to be a light to them, right? I'm trying to be influential. I'm trying to influence them, whatever. But I compromised myself and my worth and what I was okay with to accommodate those around me instead of walking away, instead of speaking my truth. So I'd be sitting in a room where people were doing cocaine and I'd be like, whatever, like, I don't feel nothing anyways, you know? And it's like, but now if I'm in a room where people are doing, or like they're doing, things very purposely, I'm like, no, I'm not okay with this behavior. Like, it hurts my soul and my heart to see that. And I wish for them to be healthy and whole, and I wish for them to communicate how they feel. I hung out with a lot of people in my 20s that were emotionally immature, and so was I. Like, I wasn't ready for any kind of um depth. I mean, I had depth with people, but I guess I could say that there was a big part of me that was afraid to be myself 100%. And now, having gone to 14 countries in almost 2 years, prophesied to thousands of people, um, gone to different countries with really no means of survival and trusting God, um, I would say that I faced a lot of my fears. The fear of, displeasing people, the fear of judgment, the fear of rejection. And I'm still facing it every single day. Um, and sometimes God will bring like-minded people in your tribe, right? To love you, to understand you, to accept you. And there's beauty in that when you find people in your tribe. And so I know it sounds weird, but like God uses dating apps a lot for me to find people in my tribe and to find divine appointments. He uses Ubers. He uses all kinds of ways to lead me to. I mean, he's been using Poshmark. He has crazy things. He's been using Poshmark to bring other Christians and divine appointments to me. He's been using OfferUp. He's been using Facebook Marketplace. He's been using Facebook Jobs. for me to connect with my tribe. So I want to encourage you to be open-minded, to know that it's not about the job, it's not about the industry you're in, it's not about your career, it's about the people that you're going to meet. That when you open up about your story, your personal story, your life story, that you're going to see that, hey, they walked through the same thing as you. Um, Most of the people I've met through dates, they've been people that also grew up with very emotionally immature parents. They also grew up with feeling abandoned. They also grew up a certain way. So all of this is healing. All of this is um, connection, soul food. God told me, I think a year and a half ago, to start going out to eat. God, what does that mean? Going out to eat basically means it's going out. Like, I've had so many dreams of being in a house, and like I'm trying to put curtains on. I'm trying to cover, you know, close the curtains. And what the Lord was showing me was it's this fear of being exposed, the fear of being seen. But because we're so comfortable being alone, we're so comfortable not telling the truth, that we become isolated, we become lonely, and it's a really horrible place to be. Hi, Jeffrey. Thanks for watching. It, it's not easy, right, to be in that space. So, as you know, I pastor lost sheep, which means that I pastor people who may call themselves spiritual, they walked away from God, or the atheist, or agnostic, whatever. But these are people who perhaps feel outcasted by society. And when I meet them, I'm just like, wow, God, I found another one. Actually, today, so I posted on Facebook, basically jobs, or like actors. So basically, just can connect with me, and maybe like if there's auditions for other actors, that I can include them. And I actually connected with someone from North Carolina, and he was telling me like he doesn't have a lot of friends because he's out in the like forest or whatever. And I just thought, wow, God, like what are the chances that like, through Facebook jobs, I was able to connect with someone from North Carolina that like just has like a similar background, faith background. And so you never know where they are, your tribe, your people, and where they're hiding. I've met people at airports, I've met people on airplanes. The craziest thing I would say is Holy Spirit led me to someone um in the waiting lounge of the airport. And so we're talking, and I really thought that he was going to open up on the airplane, but he didn't. So I was like, God, I don't know what's up with him, but whatever. So a month, 2 months later, one day I felt to go to the Abbey, and I jump in the car, and it's the guy on the airplane. And I couldn't even recognize him, so I was just like, oh, whatever. He's like, remember me from the airplane? I was like, yeah. And then it suddenly hit me when we were talking about something that I was like, oh my gosh, like he was the guy that didn't open up on the airplane, and God gave us another chance to talk on a car. And so he basically opened up to me, and it was just about betrayal and friendship and things like that, and how he just felt wounded, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, God, like, what are the chances? It was a flight from Vegas to Los Angeles that I met him. And then the Uber was like from my house to like West Hollywood. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know that he did Uber. Um, so I've had crazy. I've had a lot of different stories that are super crazy. every single day. Like, oh, even today, like freaking, I was talking to a friend, and then I see her, friend at Starbucks, like right after I talked to her. So it's just like, dang, like, it's, I want to encourage you every single day, like, follow your heart and live out loud, be open to the movement of God. Like, don't be closed off. Say yes. Oh, someone wants to say hi. Oh, someone wants to say hi. Anyways. Hi! He left! Oh, well. Anyways. So, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my podcast on Spotify. It's called The Bex Show, BEX. And to follow me on YouTube, The Bex Show as well. And if you'd like to make a donation, you could do so on my website, RebeccaLeanne.com. God bless you. Bye. Also, I am on TikTok, so make sure to follow. My TikTok is RebekkaLien.com. God bless you. Hi, Nick. Bye.